I am not what happened to me, I am what I choose to become. Every one of us faces a moment that tests our resolve, where our very foundations seem to shake. For some, it was a sudden job loss, a failed business, or even a personal loss that felt like the ground was pulled from under them. These aren't just setbacks, they're the moments that define us. This is what the Stoics have always taught us. Not that we should seek out adversity, but that when it finds us, it's an opportunity to grow, to test our virtues, and to emerge stronger than before. Today, we'll explore how embracing the Stoic principles of perseverance and inner strength can transform the very nature of our challenges into the building blocks of a resilient character. If you're watching this, you might be skeptical. You might think, how can hardship be good for me? But stay with me as we delve into stories and insights that may very well change your perspective on adversity. So, if you're looking to deepen your understanding of Stoicism, or if you're simply curious about how philosophical insights can be practically applied to everyday challenges, make sure to subscribe and share this video with others who are on their own path of personal growth. This discussion is for those who are ready to look adversity in the eye and find their true strength. Don't forget to watch till the end to capture the full essence of what it means to live a stoically empowered life. Let's get started. The illusion of comfort. This is a seductive trap that too many of us fall into. It's natural to seek out comfort, to try to shield ourselves from the sharp edges of life's difficulties. But here's something the Stoics knew well and that we often forget. Comfort can be deceptive. It promises safety and ease, but it can lead to stagnation and vulnerability. We're taught to avoid discomfort, to sidestep adversity, but in doing this, are we truly living a life that prepares us for the real challenges we inevitably face? Let's think about it. When everything is smooth and comfortable, it's easy to feel we're doing everything right. It feels good when there's no resistance, when every day is a predictable sequence of familiar routines. However, what happens when the unexpected strikes? When we are thrown into chaos, suddenly those comforts can become our greatest weaknesses. The comforts that once cradled us now leave us unprepared and exposed. Stoicism, a philosophy with deep roots in pragmatic realism, teaches us to embrace not just the calm, but also the storm. The Stoic philosophers like Seneca and Marcus Aurelius advised us to harden ourselves against the perils of too much comfort. They warned that an unchallenged life is a breeding ground for weakness. Seneca even suggested that we occasionally live as if we are poor, that we might harden ourselves against the blows of fortune. This is not about seeking suffering for suffering's sake, but about preparing ourselves for inevitable hardships. The truth is, growth and comfort do not coexist easily. Think about the times in your life when you've truly grown. Wasn't there often a challenge, a discomfort you had to overcome? Growth comes when we step beyond what's comfortable, when we push the boundaries and explore new territories, be they physical, emotional, or intellectual. When we stay within the confines of comfort, we limit the scope of what we can achieve. For instance, consider an athlete training for a competition. If they only do workouts that are comfortable, they stagnate, and their performance suffers. It's the workouts that push them to the edge, that stretch their capabilities and hurt the most, that also make them stronger and more competitive. The same principle applies to our mental and emotional lives. When we avoid difficult conversations, when we shy away from challenging projects at work, or when we stick only to hobbies we're already skilled at, we deny ourselves the chance to grow. In our everyday lives, comfort might mean always taking the easy route, avoiding confrontation, or never questioning our deeply held beliefs. But as the Stoics would argue, it's only by questioning, by facing confrontation, and by accepting discomfort that we can truly know ourselves and improve. Comfort makes us complacent, but challenges make us strong. Embracing discomfort, therefore, is not about discarding security or seeking pain. It's about recognizing that in the fabric of life, threads of hardship are intertwined with threads of joy and success. We can't have one without the others. It's about understanding that comfort is temporary and fleeting, and that true security comes from being able to rely on our own inner strength, our resilience. Stoicism teaches us to be proactive about discomfort. Rather than waiting for life to throw challenges at us, we can seek them out in controlled, manageable ways. This might mean taking on a new project at work, learning a new skill, or even changing our routine to challenge our adaptability. Each step out of our comfort zone is a step towards building a more resilient, more capable self. The role of perseverance. Perseverance is often celebrated as a key ingredient to success, but its role is even more profound when viewed through the lens of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy teaches us that perseverance isn't just about achieving goals. It's about transforming our very approach to life, cultivating resilience, and fundamentally understanding our capabilities. Let's break down what perseverance really means in the Stoic context. It's not merely persistence or the ability to stick to a plan. Instead, it's an active, deliberate choice to maintain your course despite obstacles, setbacks, or delays. It's about commitment to your path, even when the end seems nowhere in sight. This kind of steadfastness is what the Stoics admired because it reflects a deep alignment with one's principles and values. Think about a tree that withstands the harshness of changing seasons. It doesn't just survive, it adapts and continues to grow despite the cold bite of winter or the scorching heat of summer. Similarly, Stoicism tells us that we too can flourish regardless of external conditions if we cultivate an inner resilience. This resilience stems from perseverance, from a commitment to continue growing, learning, and evolving, no matter what life throws our way. Why is this so important? Because life is unpredictable. We encounter hardships that seem insurmountable, face losses that feel unbearable, and meet challenges that push us to our limits. It's in these moments that perseverance becomes more than a trait. It becomes our anchor. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus suggested that we should not just passively endure the challenges life presents, but actively engage with them, using them as opportunities to practice virtue and strengthen our character. This is the essence of Stoic perseverance. It's an exercise in character building. And how do we build this perseverance? By facing our fears and stepping out of our comfort zones. When we shy away from challenges, we stagnate. But when we confront them, even if we feel unprepared or scared, we forge mental and emotional muscles just as a blacksmith tempers steel. Each time we choose to move forward, despite feeling like giving up, we reinforce a pattern of behavior that builds self-efficacy and resilience. Moreover, perseverance taught by Stoicism is not blind or stubborn. It's a rational, purpose-driven response to the world. It requires us to be mindful and reflective about our struggles, to understand their nature and our responses to them. This reflective practice helps us discern when to push forward and when to adapt our strategies, always aligning our actions with deeper values and long-term goals. In a practical sense, persevering might mean continuing to work on a project that has lost its initial spark, maintaining commitment to a relationship through difficult times, or pursuing personal growth despite setbacks. Each act of perseverance, no matter how small, is a step towards mastering ourselves, which is the ultimate goal in Stoicism. Perseverance also means recognizing that failure is often part of the process. Stoics believe that each failure teaches us something vital about ourselves and our paths. Instead of viewing setbacks as the end of the road, we can see them as necessary parts of our journey. This perspective helps us maintain our course even when the terrain becomes rough. Let's not forget that perseverance nourishes hope. It keeps the flame of our aspirations alive, fueling us to keep reaching for our goals despite difficulties. Stoicism doesn't preach blind optimism, but a grounded, realistic hope that stems from our capacity to endure and persist. Inner strength as a choice. When we talk about inner strength, it's easy to imagine it as a rare quality bestowed upon a chosen few. However, Stoicism teaches us that inner strength isn't a trait you're born with. It's a choice you make every day. This concept is both empowering and challenging because it places the responsibility for our resilience and fortitude squarely on our shoulders. Stoicism, a philosophy rooted in the mastery of oneself, encourages us to see inner strength as a result of our deliberate choices rather than our circumstances. Stoic thinkers like Marcus Aurelius believed that our reactions to external events are more important than the events themselves. He famously said, "You have power over your mind, not outside events. Realize this, and you will find strength." This is a clear indication that inner strength is not passive endurance, but an active, conscious decision to maintain control over one's reactions and emotions. Choosing inner strength involves recognizing that while we cannot control what happens to us, we can control how we respond. This choice is not a one-time act. It's a series of decisions made moment by moment. In practice, this might look like choosing not to respond in anger when provoked, opting to face a fear rather than avoid it, or deciding to remain hopeful even when circumstances seem bleak. The Stoic practice of daily reflection is a tool that aids in reinforcing the choice for inner strength. By examining our actions, reactions, and emotions at the end of each day, we gain insights into how well we maintained our Stoic virtues and where we can improve. This practice is not about self-criticism, but about increasing self-awareness, which is essential for cultivating resilience. Moreover, inner strength is also about accepting what we cannot change and focusing our energy on what we can. This Stoic principle of acceptance does not imply passivity or resignation, but rather a strategic redirection of our efforts towards areas where we can make a real impact. When we stop fighting the uncontrollable and start working with the controllable, we not only conserve our energy, but also enhance our efficacy and peace of mind. Choosing to develop inner strength also means embracing discomfort. The Stoics believed that hardship is a training ground for virtue. Each challenge presents an opportunity to practice patience, humility, courage, and other virtues that constitute inner strength. Just as a muscle grows stronger through the stress of exercise, our character grows stronger through the stress of life's challenges. Embracing this discomfort is a choice, one that can transform potential breakdowns into breakthroughs. Inner strength also requires a commitment to personal integrity and ethical living. Stoicism teaches that our character is our most valuable possession, and maintaining it in the face of external pressures is a testament to our inner strength. This might mean standing up for what is right, even when it is unpopular or comes with personal cost. It involves living according to one's principles consistently, not just when it is convenient. The choice for inner strength is also a choice for personal freedom. When we cultivate resilience and self-mastery, we free ourselves from being overly reactive to the whims of fate or the actions of others. We gain the freedom to live on our own terms, in alignment with our deepest values and beliefs. This freedom is not about external conditions, but an internal state of being that remains stable and serene regardless of circumstances. Challenges as catalysts for growth. In our lives, challenges often appear as unwelcome disruptions. obstacles that seemingly do nothing but impede our progress and cause stress. However, from a Stoic perspective, these challenges aren't mere hindrances. They are invaluable opportunities for personal growth and character development. The Stoic philosophers such as Epictetus and Seneca teach us that what we perceive as adversities can actually be catalysts for profound personal transformation. Let's delve deeper into this idea. Think about the last time you faced a real challenge, whether it was a professional setback, a personal conflict, or even a failure of some sort. In the moment, it likely felt overwhelming, possibly even devastating. Yet, upon reflection, you can probably identify ways in which that experience helped you grow, perhaps by fostering resilience, teaching a valuable lesson, or reshaping your perspective. This Stoic approach views challenges as a form of exercise for the mind and soul. Just as physical exercise stresses the body in beneficial ways, strengthening muscles and improving cardiovascular health, mental and emotional challenges strengthen our psychological resilience and moral virtues. When faced with difficulties, we are forced to muster patience, courage, perseverance, and adaptability. Each challenge calls on us to utilize and thus fortify these virtues, expanding our capacity to handle future hardships. In Stoicism, there is a concept known as the obstacle being the way. This concept suggests that the very obstacles we wish to avoid are the paths to our growth. Each obstacle provides a unique opportunity for improvement that would not exist without it. For instance, without the challenge of resistance, a weightlifter cannot build strength. Similarly, without the challenges of life, we cannot build inner strength. Moreover, challenges push us out of our comfort zones and compel us to innovate and find new solutions. They force us to look at problems from different angles and to question our preconceived notions. This not only leads to personal growth, but also to a deeper understanding and creativity in solving problems. In the workplace, challenges often lead to better business solutions. In personal relationships, they can lead to deeper connections and understanding. Another Stoic practice is the premeditation of evils, which involves visualizing potential challenges and hardships. This exercise is not about pessimism, rather, it prepares us mentally and emotionally for difficulties, reducing the shock and discomfort when they do occur. By contemplating potential challenges in advance, we can approach them more rationally and calmly when they arise. This preparedness itself is a form of growth, enhancing our ability to remain composed and focused under pressure. Challenges also remind us of our shared human experience, fostering empathy and compassion. When we navigate through tough times, we become more attuned to the struggles of others, which can deepen our connections and enhance our ability to support others in their times of need. This is not only beneficial for personal relationships, but also enriches our community interactions and societal contributions. In the grand scheme of things, the challenges we face are not just obstacles, they are the sharpening stones that refine our character. Each difficulty we overcome does not just pass. It leaves us fundamentally changed, often in ways that better equip us for future endeavors. This is the essence of growth. Not a mere increase in size or capability, but an enhancement of our deepest self. Embracing the Stoic mindset. This is about far more than simply enduring life's hardships. It's about actively transforming our perceptions and reactions to these challenges. Stoicism, a school of philosophy that dates back to ancient Greece and Rome, teaches us to focus on what we can control and to accept what we cannot. This mindset provides a powerful framework for living a life of contentment, resilience, and purpose. When we talk about embracing the Stoic mindset, we're really talking about a series of practical steps that can fundamentally alter how we engage with the world. At the core of Stoicism is the idea that our thoughts and reactions are the true loci of our control. External events, no matter how challenging or painful, can be approached with a calm and rational mindset, which in turn can minimize their impact on our happiness and well-being. The first step in adopting this Stoic mindset is to recognize the difference between our impressions of events and the events themselves. For example, losing a job might initially seem like a disaster. However, if we dissect this impression, we might find it's colored by fears about financial insecurity or doubts about our professional worth. Stoicism teaches us to challenge these automatic interpretations and instead focus on responding constructively. Perhaps this unexpected change is an opportunity to pursue a career more aligned with our passions or to develop new professional skills. Moreover, the Stoic mindset encourages us to see every difficulty as an exercise in character development. The Stoics believed that just as a fire tests gold, adversity tests and refines the human spirit. By enduring hardships with grace and resilience, we not only survive these challenges, but grow stronger and more virtuous through them. This is not passive suffering. It's an active, deliberate embrace of life's complexities as catalysts for personal evolution. Another essential aspect of the Stoic mindset is the practice of mindfulness and self-reflection. Stoics like Marcus Aurelius wrote extensively in journals, a practice that helped them to reflect on their daily experiences and to align their actions with their values. By taking time each day to contemplate our behaviors, decisions, and reactions, we can cultivate a deeper self-awareness and gradually align more closely with Stoic principles such as wisdom, justice, courage, and moderation. Living with a Stoic mindset also means practicing gratitude and focusing on the present moment. In the whirlwind of daily life, it's easy to focus on what we lack or what might go wrong in the future. However, by shifting our focus to what we currently have and finding joy in the present, we can counteract feelings of dissatisfaction and anxiety. This doesn't mean ignoring the future or past, but rather recognizing that the only moment we truly have control over is the present. Furthermore, Stoicism teaches the value of community and the importance of our roles within it. While Stoics advocate for personal resilience and independence, they also emphasize the interconnectedness of all people. We are urged to act according to what benefits not only ourselves, but also the greater good. This aspect of Stoicism can be particularly fulfilling as it ties individual well-being to the welfare of others, thereby expanding our scope of concern and action beyond our personal needs. Finally, embracing the Stoic mindset means accepting that change and loss are natural parts of life. Rather than fearing these inevitable aspects, Stoics find peace by embracing them as natural and unavoidable. This acceptance frees us from the anxiety of trying to control the uncontrollable and helps us to live more fully within the flow of life. Adopting a Stoic mindset isn't just about dealing with hardships, but about redefining our relationship with ourselves and the world around us. It's about cultivating an inner peace that remains stable, no matter how much external circumstances may fluctuate. By embracing Stoicism, we not only enhance our own lives, but also contribute to a more rational, compassionate world. As we close today's discussion, remember that the Stoic journey is not just about facing life's storms, but about learning to dance in the rain. Thank you for joining us on this path of wisdom and resilience. If you're eager to explore more about how Stoicism can transform your life, please check out one of the suggested videos on your screen. Thank you for being a part of the Stoic Journal community. Stay strong, stay wise, and continue to cultivate your inner strength each day.